So these social media companies, while I don't believe it's their goal to have teenagers harassed, to see, or for them to be exposed to this harmful material, it's just too much work for them to do anything about it. Because if you think about the billions of users on social media, whether that's X, TikTok, um, what else is there? Facebook. I won't say Pinterest. I can't imagine there's billions of people on Pinterest. Maybe maybe stupidity has been weaponized on Pinterest as well. So instead of like delightful mood boards or kitchen renovation ideas, maybe people have boards dedicated to stupid takes. I don't know. I don't go on Pinterest. But anyway, billions of users, and you scroll your phone when you open an app. And so billions of users, not just users, but companies who also want to pay the platform for their ad, uh, visit Sculpture by the Sea. So the Sculpture by the Sea ad trying to entice you down to the coast, but psych, it's not really an example of humanity at its best. It's just a big pile of garbage by the ocean. At least if you turn towards the ocean, you would see the humpback whales migrating back to the Southern Ocean. So there was that. Yes, so these ads, some of them are harmful, Sculpture by the Sea, appearing in your feed. They have money behind them, but then your friends and family, connections, they make their own posts as well. Billions of users, it is like the ocean. Those billions of users is like the ocean trying to go down the spout at the bottom of a funnel. Not everyone who has something to say or wants to share a picture of their holiday or, wants to share how bad Joe Biden is or how bad Donald Trump is or whatever, they can't all reach the bottom of the funnel. There is not enough real estate in the news feed of the social media platforms for everyone to be seen. And that is actually a decision. How does a social media app know who to prioritize? Well, obviously advertisers are going to get prioritized. The more they spend, the more likely it is that you will see um, their ad about their exhibit, about their trash pile down by the ocean. But everyone else, maybe the people with more followers, their post gets prioritized higher than your post. You only have a few followers. People aren't actually making those decisions. They can certainly fine tune it. They have actually created an automated process based on machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. They've created a program that runs itself, which is what we often refer to as the algorithm, the almighty algorithm. And it was designed uh, not to show people harmful content, we'll get to that later. It was designed to prioritize who gets to see what in the feed. So it's trying to solve a problem. Billions of users, but only a limited amount of screen real estate in the feed unless you scroll endlessly. And so the machine learning algorithm looks at every post being made. Let's just put the paid posts aside for the moment. The organic posts that your aunt has made, or your uncle, friends and family, and it rates every post. And this is actually happening really quickly. It goes, is this post of interest? to such and such a people. And it looks at how engaging your last post was. It looks at the structure of your post. So this is lines of code making judgment all the time. And it's like a genie that has been summoned to fulfill the wishes of its master, in this case, Meta or ByteDance, who own TikTok, or X. It's like, what content needs to get in front of people? And the workings of that algorithm are somewhat opaque, even to the people whose job it is to look after it. But the point is it does it on its own. It does not require teams of people to keep it running. They can fine tune it, change its oil and water, whatever, and make changes to it, but it's doing this day in, day out. And some of these algorithms are far more effective than others. TikTok, people are worried about TikTok because their algorithm is just so effective. You click on you click on a video of a frog, and next thing you know, it's frog everything. Oh, you like frogs? You really like frogs, don't you? You love frogs, don't you? I'm going to show you as many freaking frogs as your eyeballs can handle. You want to see frogs? Here's frogs. And unless you do something, YouTube's very similar to this, unless you do something to disrupt the algorithm, it's going to just show you what it believes you want to see. And so obviously people who are suffering in some way, young people with eating disorders, people going through a hard time, people contemplating self-harm, they might gravitate to certain types of content that align with how they're thinking. They might not feel that way in, say, 6 months if they get away from their phone and get some sun and get some support and get some help. But the algorithm in that situation is a really bad entity to spend time with, because it's going to show you more of what it thinks you want. And if what you want is harmful, in the sense that it makes you feel bad, or it just reaffirms a negative narrative, it's just going to double down on it. And so the thing that was created to solve a problem, the algorithm, is now out of control.